Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of This Dude Started Something. Today we got an awesome one. Joining us is a wisdom wizard. He's like the human equivalent of a deep breath that you didn't know you needed until you took it. And not just you. He's accumulated over 2 million followers across all social media platforms and continues to put out consistent content that dives deeper and deeper into our feelings. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's the man himself, JB Copeland. How you doing, JB?
Dude, first off, I love your mustache.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, I like yours too, bro.
I know you're still trying to grow one.
Damn, yeah, I'm being left out here.
When I was like 23, I couldn't grow anything, and then one day, something happened, bro.
Just
I don't know
sprouted.
what it just sprouted. So I appreciate the the words. That was funny. So
Dude, first question I want to ask is, growing up, was it hard having the same initials as Justin Bieber?
yeah, Justin Bieber, Jonas Brothers,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Didn't
I
even think
know
about that.
it was fucked up. So I mean, yeah, I still get that. Weirdly, people, I don't know why people do this, but I'll get like DMs and they're like, "Hey JP," and I'm like, read my name." Like, it's like over and over and over again. People call
That's
me JP.
crazy.
It's
I'm like,
2 letters, bro. How
yeah,
do they mess that up?
how do you mess that up?
Maybe they have like a friend named JP and like it's like in their phone it like switches. But then again, like come on.
But like, figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
I when I see that, I'm just like, I'm not fucking answering you.
Yeah, you
So
can't even get my name right. Yeah.
literally, my name's right here. Like, it's not like it's over here. It's right in front of your face, and you still can't get it right. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, growing up, yeah, a lot of Justin Bieber jokes. Um, a lot of
Yeah, because you're
people,
right around, you're the same age as him,
yeah,
almost.
yeah, definitely a Justin Bieber fan. I do like Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah.
Um, But what I get most now is I look like C-Bum, which,
Yes, I see that 100%.
and I'm like, I, I'd love to do a podcast with C-Bum, but that would be dope because we kind of do look alike.
Yeah.
But someone said I look like B-Cum, and I was like, I'll take
Dang, dude.
Damn.
That's crazy,
I
dude.
know. I was like, all right, C-Bum and B-Cum, I like
Oh,
that.
you could take that and run with it, bro. Like
Yeah,
make
I
a
know.
brand out of it.
Yeah.
I know.
Wait, that's fire. So, what's your plan? So, I did see you have a new podcast coming out, Sappy Hour. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty planless. So I just started posting in May of 2023 and kind of like just blew up. And then, you have this path, and everyone tells you, you need to speak and do conferences. And I'm a bit like, I'm a bit of a, not I would rebellious spirit to where it's like, I want to do things my way. And so, um, I don't know, man. Podcast for sure. That's coming out soon, and we have some dope episodes coming out. Um, one second, I'll grab this. I have a book coming out, but it's like not even. It's not even really a book. It's like a book of like little quotes and stuff,
Oh,
and
sick.
so it's just like a fun little read.
Oh, yeah. You could almost read that just like in the morning,
Yeah,
like once a
exactly.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Sappy Medium. Like everything, I'm going with the word sappy. I really like that. So
Yeah,
like.
where'd that come from? It's kind of like you've almost taken that word and branded it now.
Yeah. So like Sappy House is like where I live. Sappy Hour is the podcast. Sappy Medium's the book. We'll probably have a clothing line hitting soon. It's
Oh,
me and my
yeah.
wife.
Oh, you gotta do that.
Yeah, my wife is like badass designer, so like aesthetics is her. But yeah, sappy. Obviously, the word sappy means like over emotional,
Hmm.
and so I was like, and I'm gonna get deep real quick, but I was like thinking, and I was like, there. I grew up like in the church and like Christian, and there's like a Bible verse that says like, "I am the vine and you are the branch," and so it, based off of like scientific research, like the vine sends sap to a branch to heal the branch when it's been like wounded or like fucked up by like lightning or something. So like the vine sends sap. And so metaphorically, like as humans, it's just funny that sappy means over emotional because I think the vine, whatever's like bigger than us, like our higher power sends us feelings to help us heal. And a lot of the times we like numb those feelings or we like overfeel or we're like, over optimistic or deeply in despair or whatever it might be. And so it's like learning to regulate and know that feelings are okay. And so it's kind of like a jab back at society of saying like over emotional. So I was like, I'll just take the term and be that and like reconfigure it and reframe what sappy means. So I think I don't think being over emotional is a good thing, but it's also a good thing that you can feel because it's a part of the way that you begin to heal, I think.
Dude, yeah. Dude, I love that. That's so interesting. I feel like nobody thinks about it like that, where like emotions are actually there to help you.
It's
And
medicine, bro.
like, because
Yeah.
like some emotions just have a negative like tone to them.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't like fucking feeling anxious and sad and shit.
Right.
But usually underneath that feeling, if I can, sit with it, which I have a really hard time with, like
Mm.
I'm a, you know, I like drugs. Like I went to rehab like 2 years ago because of drugs, and um, I didn't want to feel that shit. Like it doesn't feel
Yeah.
good. Like, I'd rather just like, you know, take drugs and not feel. And so it's just like been getting myself to a place to where I accept the emotion that I'm feeling
Mm-hmm.
because it is an answer that I'm looking for, or like some type of breakthrough, or some type of awareness that I can find some truth in. A lot
Yeah.
of the time,
Instead of fighting
yeah,
it.
correct. So it's like an
Yeah.
acceptance.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah,
Dude, that's super deep. That got deep in the first like 2 minutes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I love that, dude. I like the. I feel like your page just has so much like. I mean, literally like sappy content. It's like, but
yeah.
it has a good positive, like vibe around it.
No, I agree. I would say like this summer, like probably like June through I don't know, August or September, like I wasn't in a good place. And so my content, like when I create, like I'm just being me. So
Right.
summer, like the content was like, I look back and I was like, damn, like I was fucked in the head. And that's when I wrote this book too. It's like I read it and I'm like, I definitely sound schizophrenic. But the content is definitely a reflection of where I'm at. I would say I'm in a better
Yeah.
place now. Definitely deal with some shit on the daily, but like there's some hope included, if that makes sense. So I think I think all of us have seasons, and I think healing, what someone said, healing is being your authentic self 100% of the
Hmm.
time. That might not mean that like you're on all the time. It just means you're honest.
Right.
And so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why people connect is because just like I have, obviously we were all taught to like hide that authenticity, like especially when things look messy. And it's just like I just have to be myself because I think that is the miracle grow. And not only like gaining a following, but especially in today's day and age, everyone's fake as shit. Like,
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, especially on social media.
dude,
Oh,
it's like it's so stupid. So I was like, I'm just gonna be try and be different in that way. And like, if it's gay, it's gay. I don't really know what to say. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
it's not gay, dude.
yeah, but so, a lot of chicks like it, and then
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
the bros
Oh, my
that really,
girlfriend was glazing you.
yeah, the bros that like it are like 18 to 25.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
the guys my age, I'm 30, like 25 to like 40 are like, you know, snorting coke and, working in a finance, office. But guys your age are, you know, you're realizing that there's a little bit more to life. And so I think that's why I wanted to come on this podcast too. It's because like you guys are my demographic for the bros. And I'm not here. I love women. I have a wife, but like I'm here for the bros. Like I'm a bro. So I think that's why it was important for me to come on because it's like when I think about who I want to like help or who I want to connect with, I don't know if just being me can help someone, but like it's you guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And like we're always told like as men that like okay, you gotta like hide your
yeah.
emotions, you just gotta like keep grinding, just grind it out and like mask all your emotions, just put it behind you.
Especially in college.
Yeah, exactly, especially
Mm.
in college.
Y'all
Um,
on a frat or anything?
no, because yeah, I mean we don't have to get into that, but I'm not
Here.
a big fan of Greek life. No.
Okay. Were you in a frat?
No.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
mean, I've been to like one frat party.
Okay. I was kind of saying, I played football. I was kind of, the only frat party I ever went to, I punched someone in the face and I got sued.
Oh,
So,
dang, dude.
yeah, they wouldn't let me in. And I don't know. I just had anger.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
You got sued?
Yeah.
Wait, you're on like the football team and they didn't let you in? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. So I played JUCO ball. So like my senior year of high school, I tore my ACL, but I was an outside linebacker, had a bunch of scholarships, tore my
Mm.
ACL. They all got pulled. The ones that I really wanted got pulled, and I was like, I'm not going to go play for like some shitty like D1 team. And so I went to a junior college in Texas, and then was there a year, and then UNC North Carolina gave me a scholarship, and I went there, and yeah, like I was like, it was like my second week there, and they didn't know who I was,
Oh,
and
okay.
so
Now they know who you are and they're like, damn, we should have let him in.
yeah, like that guy broke my jaw. So definitely. So yeah, and then but then I mean I fucked up in college, bro, like really bad. Like I somehow graduated. I don't know how I graduated, but like I failed 3 drug tests in a row and got kicked off scholarship my senior year.
Oh,
So
dang.
yeah, I was not in a good place. Not in
Well,
a,
you also dealt with an injury, correct?
yeah, concussions. That was I mean I was already smoking weed before concussions. Like
Okay.
so, but concussions just gave me more of a reason to smoke weed. I don't think weed is bad, but like I was using it, like I couldn't stop. Like I
Hmm.
couldn't stop smoking.
It's more like the addiction side.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like I know I have a drug test and I'm like, all right, we're gonna smoke just this one last time. And then, you know, it's like I smoke and like hit like a nice bong rip, and then I get a text from the athletic department telling me I have a 5 a.m. drug test, and I'm like,
So
fuck my life.
pop
And
quiz.
yeah, terrible. So, yeah, just some stupid mistakes. But I didn't know how to engage with the feelings that I was feeling, which is what kind of we got into,
Hmm.
especially in college. Like, no one gave me the ingredients to self regulation and helping myself.
Yeah. At what point did you realize, like, were you always talking to people on a deeper level, or what point did you realize you could talk to people more deeply than like the average person?
Uh, I never really realized that I could talk to people more deeply than the average person until I started doing it.
Okay.
I would say I was definitely just a numb, angry, you know, scared person up until the age of like 27. And then, like I said, I went to rehab in June of 22 and was there for 3 months. And like, you're kind of like locked up in a way. Like, I wasn't in prison, but you
Right.
don't have a phone. You're like on a farm with some fucking horses and like with 20 other dudes. Like, you see some fucked up stuff, but it's also like some of the funniest. Like, one of the funniest people I've ever met was a kid from OU, um, was there with me, and he had gotten really fucked up and like threw a trash can out of his dorm window, and like I don't know what happened, but I think he like hit someone with it and got
Oh.
kicked out of OU. So like you're there and like, but a lot of healing happened there because we were in group therapy every day and like working out and like dieting well, and it was just like 20 dudes like with nothing to do like other than like fuck around and go to therapy. And so it actually really helped me, and when I got out, had a lot of confidence. And I would say I got out in September of 22, and then I started posting in May of 23. So I had like an 8 month time in between of kind of like trying to figure shit out.
Yeah. It sounds like it all happened pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah.
if we can ask this, like, are you clean now, or do you still do drugs like recreationally? Or...
Uh, so I've I've like definitely like smoked weed a couple times. I've had I deal with panic attacks, and
Hmm.
so I was good from August 22 to like June of 24. Like since June of 24, like kind of like shit went down internally, and like I said, I had like a bad summer, and
Yeah.
I don't fuck with panic attacks, bro. I don't know if you've ever had a panic attack. That shit is like it feels like you're dying. Like you think you're dying. I know it sounds like damn, like man the fuck up. And I used to say that to people that said they had panic attacks. Like it's not something to fuck with.
Do you physically feel it like in your chest when you have those?
Yes, it's like you can't even walk. Like
Oh
it's
man.
it's like an attack internally because your body. I don't know. It's like you think you're dying, and it's just
Hmm.
like something little can like. And so a panic attack is what sent me to rehab in the first place. I was like, fuck this. I need a mental institution because like I will never have a panic attack again. And then in June, I uh, I started having some, and I couldn't sleep, and I mean just like stress and trying to figure shit out. And so definitely taking some Zans here and there. So but I have a different thought about sobriety and addiction. I think and maybe some people can say, well, that's just an excuse. Well, I think addiction is the fruit of like a root, really, when you're numbing. And yeah, like I think anyone can fall back into it, but definitely have a bit more self control than I used to, realize that like I'm not gonna just like suffer and have panic attacks every night. So when that does happen, I'm gonna pop a Xanny and like go to
Yeah.
sleep.
Well, even Oliver's mom pops Xannies, before you
Yeah.
hop on a plane.
Dude, doing it on the podcast like that? That's crazy.
Dude, it's so funny. It's funny. My wife is like, you remind me of like a mom, like a pharmaceutical mom. That's what my wife like because she'll get nervous. And I'm just like, have a Xanax. But I definitely, I'm just being honest. Like I definitely want to get to a place to where I'm, you know what I mean? I can regulate that
Yeah,
without
for sure.
fucking benzo. And so it definitely makes me feel like weak. So just dealing with like thoughts like that and things. But I would say I would say I'm sober of mind. Like my mind is sober
Hmm.
unless like shit pops off, you know, internally and I can't sleep. Sleep is the biggest thing. If I can't sleep, I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with addiction, I feel like, not that I know much about it, but I've heard people talk. It's like the emotions that come with just like not being able to, or I don't know. Like you said, there's just a balance, I feel like. And if you
Yeah,
let the emotions of like guilt and shame eat you up, that's just adding to the anxiety.
correct.
Hmm.
Correct. So like I've had to like be a lot less judgmental of myself. My wound, if you could call it, that found in rehab was that like
Hmm.
I feel like I'm an inadequate piece of shit. Like I don't like myself. So it's been almost 3 years in May or in June. It'll be 3 years since I've gone to rehab, and so like yeah, there's definitely different self talk. Like have some grace with yourself, be kind to yourself, but like don't like let yourself like run off and like dig yourself a hole. And like it's sometimes hard not to do that because sometimes it's just like how I'm wired and like there's some shit I'm working through. Like there's times in life and seasons in life where shit's not easy and like you're going through stuff or you've lost someone or whatever is happening. And so like I've had to have some grace with myself and even my wife's had grace with me because it's like I'm like going through it a bit. And so I needed some medical help. But my plan, hopefully, is you know that those panic attacks will stop, and I think that that comes with continued, going deep and like figuring shit out. But like you can't do it all the time. Like that shit is so raw, and it's just like you know what I mean. Like
Hmm.
I, I
For
don't
sure.
know, man. I'm still trying to figure it out. So,
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
but everybody is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah. So have you found that like after starting like your Instagram and posting content, have you found it easier for yourself to like process those emotions when you're like saying it out loud and like telling it to other people?
Yeah, I would say like 80 to 85% of my content is like me talking to myself, like something that I need to hear, something that like little JB needs to hear, something that 18-year-old
Yeah.
JB needs to hear. And so I think it does help me, but I also have to watch myself because, sometimes you just like say shit to say shit. And
Right.
I've definitely done that. And so, being in the position that I am, it's like there's a machine, which is the algorithm, and it's like I have to feed it. And so lately I've just been like, fuck that. Like I'm not gonna post, and like posted way less because like I needed that internal rest because I'm realizing I'm giving more than I have. And so yeah, there's definitely a balance with that because I can find myself trying to give and like say and have that wisdom when I'm not in a place to give it. And so
Yeah.
it's just holding yourself accountable, having, again, my wife around me to be like, yo, you're off, not perfect. But like I said, the part that's helped me the most is grace and kindness with yourself because you're experiencing, and I'm experiencing, all of us are experiencing this part of our life for the first time. And there's going to be some hard times, there's going to be some great times. And so it really is grace with self, a reparenting of self. What got me so deep in that hole before was self hatred and self judgment. And so actions, actions are a thing. And I think actions are important. But you have to, it's not really about an action, it's about an intention and something deeper. And so if I'm acting out of inadequacy, my life is going to reflect that because I'm acting out of urgency and insecurity and like making stupid ass decisions. But and so really, I'm not as much focused on the actions. I see them and I can analyze them and I can reflect on them. I mean, definitely not perfect, but like it's really trying to get myself into a place of uh, security in myself and, you know, abundance, like confidence. And the only way that you do that is to like bridge a gap. And the only way that you can bridge that gap is self grace, is like giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, giving yourself trust, because we're our biggest critics. And so
Mm-hmm.
I've seen what self hate does. So you can't hate yourself into change. I'm gonna just try and love myself into change, and like I'm gonna fuck up on the way, and I'm gonna make mistakes on the way, and like that's all right. Like I I I think it's woven into all of us to be our biggest critics, but we have to come against that, bully in our head, and like
Yeah.
be the friend. Like, what would you tell your kid? If you had a kid and they were 6 and they kept on fucking up. I mean, some parents would get pissed, like mine did. But if I would go back, I'd be like, "Yo, bro, like you're cool as fuck. Like, chill the fuck out. Like, you're good. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?" And so it's like a reparenting. I'm talking to myself like that. Like, what are you trying to prove? Like, you're good. Like, but yeah, so it's just daily rewiring, I guess, that, sometimes I say it and I don't believe it. Like, you're cool. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I'm that cool. I don't know what I'm doing. If this person's making this much money and like doing this and they got all these brand deals and like I'm over here just like, I don't know. So,
Oh, dude, I was doing the same thing with your page last night. No joke.
yeah,
That's so crazy. Everybody does it.
Hmm.
Like,
everyone
I
does.
was like, dude, I gotta be grateful because I have a podcast right now, and
Yeah.
like, I could do it with my best friend. Like, I'm sure this guy's has an awesome life too, but it's like I'm living my own life. You know what I mean?
We all feel the same way. That's what I'm saying. Like the
Yeah.
So true.
comparison is a bitch, bro. So like it's
Yeah.
something that we all deal with. And so I deal
Uh
with
huh.
it.
Yeah.
Right. How do I make myself feel better? And it's just like
Yeah.
I got what I need. You have what you need. You're where you're supposed to be. And
Hmm.
so gratitude is like the only antidote to dealing with comparison. And so it's grounding yourself in gratitude and self-grace and saying like I'm grateful, like you're saying, I'm grateful for what I have. Gratitude and like self-praise and uh, you know, loving yourself actually is the miracle grow that brings more goodness. It's not the criticism that and the judgment that you're giving yourself, it's the gratitude. And so that's what I've learned through this all is like when I'm feeling like that, it's just like be grateful, bro. Like stop being a little victim. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Yeah, that's really helped me like put things into perspective.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people find that in your page. Like your page is almost a haven for all those people that compare themselves and they feel like, oh man, I'm the only one who's not making it, or I'm the only one who feels this way. I feel like your page definitely helps with that.
Yeah, for sure, because all of us have victim mentalities, and what that is a victim mentality. And it's like, bro, like, do you not know how cool you are? Like what y'all are doing is sick. Like, no one's doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And like people are too scared to do it. And then you take a step of faith and like put yourself out there, and like it's
Hmm.
fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that y'all know that. Like it
Yeah.
feels weird.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm fucking talking to myself, and like, and so it's just like you should be proud of yourself that y'all have taken a step of, you know, self-confidence and faith and trust in yourself, and like followed, the little voice that, sometimes hard to follow, but like with that comes a lot of doubt. And with
Hmm.
that comes like a lot of intrusive thoughts of like, fuck this, like I'm gonna be a finance bro. You know what I mean? Because that's what everyone's doing. And so, like, you're etching your own path and your own journey, and that always comes with doubt. And so, if you
Hmm.
feel doubt, if you feel lonely, if you feel scared, it probably means you're going the right way. And so, dealing with that duality of like, I feel like this, but like usually when you feel like this, it means because you're going the right way. It's you don't have that comfort that you I think comfort is something that like we want. It's like a self-preservation, and you're pressing on forward through into the uncomfortable and like chasing something. And so yeah,
Yeah.
all that shit's gonna come with it. Comparison, doubt, envy, inadequacy, insecurity. And that's what I'm saying. Like the feelings are there to like point you to like a root of like shit that's not for you within you, and like get that shit out of you.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, it's crazy. I was thinking the other day, like how blessed we are to even be able to chase something. Like back in the day, like before like capitalism, really,
Yeah,
like
bro.
everybody was born and then their
Hmm.
lives are basically planned for them. That's it. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
have the same stuff that they were born with. There's no
Parents are
growth.
cousins and shit.
It's
Like,
crazy.
you know what I mean? Like, dude, that's the other thing is like we're truly the first generation that have this ability to do this. And with that
Uh-huh.
comes like a lot of the human race has never experienced this before.
True.
Like, we're literally evolving for our grandchildren. Like, and so that shit sucks. I'm looking at all this shit and like, your fucking nice car and, you know, the life of my dreams. And like that person feels the exact same way I feel. And so that's what I'm saying. Like the grass is never greener. But yeah, it a while back, like people just like fucking grew up in a village and shit.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like shitty, you
Yeah,
know?
dude.
Like,
Like, dude, the fact that we have planes, bro. Like, just think
fuck.
about it. Isn't that what? We just look up in the sky as like a freaking fat piece of metal and like floating, and we think that's normal.
No, dude. It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's insane. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Crazy, dude.
Uh, we would have fun getting baked together if I were to do that because we would talk about some weird shit. But like, yeah, dude, it's like it's insane
Yeah.
that we live in this day and age.
Yeah, and all three of us are in different places right now having one conversation. Like JB, where are you at right now?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, and
That's
he's
crazy,
in
man.
Kansas City. So, yeah, that's nuts.
Insane. That's what I'm saying, bro. So we got a good life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Obviously, there's some bullshit that's happening, and we see it, and like, but we have control of our own destiny. Like, and like we can like take control of it. It's just like dealing with that fear that comes with it.
yeah. What do you think? This is kind of going a different route, I guess. But what do you think the best advice you've ever received is? I know it's kind of a big question, but do you have anything in mind?
Yeah. Best advice I've ever received. So I did a call with a doctor, Dr. Gabor, and he's like an old, like 80-year-old man, and he's like a world-renowned psychologist. Has done a lot of work in like you know shrooms and acid, but he's like really, really like psychedelics in that type of world. Um, Really great doctor. But we were talking, And I asked him, I was like, am I gonna ever stop like feeling like this? And he was like, feeling like what? And I was like, this feeling in my stomach, like this anxiousness. You know what I mean? I think we all have, it manifests in different ways in us, whether it's like tightness in your chest or like it's like I'm going through my day and I feel this shit. And he was like, why do you want it to go away? And I was like, because like it doesn't feel good. And he was like, that feeling that you want to get rid of, and all of us have that feeling that we want to get rid of, like, is you at 6 years old. And you're literally telling you to go fuck off. You're telling him to fuck off. And
Wait,
that little
which one, the
boy,
6-year-old or the app?
6 year old, yeah, no, the 6 year old. When you don't want to feel that feeling, you're telling him to fuck off. Like, I don't want to
Oh,
talk to you. I don't want to engage to you with you. And he's like, the way to help that feeling or heal that feeling is to engage with the little boy within you. And so that's also where the word sappy came from, because these feelings you don't want to engage with, you're kind of scared of them. It's like, fuck, like,
hmm,
get the fuck away from me. And all it is a little boy in you that is trying to get your attention that didn't get that attention 20 years back. And so we're made up of different parts of ourselves. 6 year old me, 7 year old me, 18-year-old me, 20-year-old me, whatever. And there's feelings and hurts associated with each of those parts of us. We're a very complicated being. And that's why feeling and engaging with your feelings is so important. Obviously, I'm still having trouble with it, but like, because like it is an art. Like it's hard to learn to self-regulate. It's hard to learn to like really connect, and like especially in the world that we live, but like I'm figuring it out, and I'll figure it out one day, but like definitely gotten a lot better. But it eases my anxiety and eases my ability to be able to deal with these feelings and deal with the anxiousness, realizing that that's just little me wanting to fucking hang out and want, like, he's crying, like, he just struck out looking and dad's fucking pissed, like it's those feelings. And so, why is this? It's because it's unresolved uh, relational trauma
hmm.
with the little you, and like he's bringing those feelings to older you so that you can reparent him in that moment. And so like being able to like breathe into it and be like, all right, I feel like this, JB, like I hear you, like I'm not scared of you, don't fuck off, I want you to stay, like, and those feelings subside. Now sometimes it's like I don't want to fucking deal with it, like, I mean, and I think that's just life. But if we can center ourselves and find the energy to engage, it really does help day to day. And he said those feelings will never go away because they're a part of you, but they will get better if you learn to regulate them. And so that's one of the a quote that I heard was like, the most successful people in the world are the ones that can regulate themselves. They can self-regulate. Um, I'm not great at it. I'm still learning, but I'm learning to. And so that is what self-regulation is being able to go within and like bring peace to the chaos inside from your adult brain and from truth.
Wow,
Man, yeah, that was deep.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And,
definitely.
and like stuff might pop up like, you know, at random too.
Yeah,
It's like
bro. For no reason.
exactly.
It like little things like throw you off. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm about to go on stage and speak, and like I'm over here like feeling like I'm 6 years old about to like sing my part in the play. And I'm like, I'm 30
Yeah, you
now,
go out
and
there. Hey, I'm JB
yeah,
Copeland.
exactly. So it's like I'm dealing with these things that going through life is gonna like bring up shit.
Yeah.
And so just learning to be like, I'm not afraid of those feelings. I'm okay to engage with them and feel them. And as men, really as humans, like we have to learn to engage with those feelings in a healthy way. Like a lot of men deal with these dark feelings, anger, and they lash out. And it's like as a man, you know, if something comes up, it's okay to say, I hear you and I see you, and like I'm gonna put you on the shelf, and like tonight when we're alone, let's talk. Like if I'm in meetings and shit, like I'm not gonna lash out at these brands,
Mm-hmm.
and I've done it. Like, and so it's like learning to have some self control,
Mm-hmm.
and it's okay to like not engage in that moment. Like you're in control. Like, hey, I hear you, I see you. You know, I feel fucking anxious too, thanks to you. But like, let's just get. I'm gonna put you on the shelf, and like I'm here, and I'm not forgetting about you. Let me
Yeah.
finish go through my day. Let me finish this test. Let me, finish whatever the fuck. And then you find a time to connect with that feeling and like figure it out and think it through.
Yeah, and it brings yourself comfort too that you're like you're promising yourself I'll deal with it later.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So it's like
Yes.
learning how to like be
Yeah.
comfortable in an uncomfortable situation like that.
Yes. It's learning to like deal with your feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, women are a lot better at it than men. Like
Yeah.
I've been blown away at how my wife like fucking deals with her shit. And like, dude, I mean, like again, like 500 years ago, we were like slitting throats, bro. Like, killing elk and like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
like,
Hunter gatherer. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like our ancestors were just fucking killing each other. And that's just what life was. And now we live in a society where it's like, so like a lot of men deal with anger because they don't have, and so it's like I said, we're experiencing this for the first time as human beings. A lot of men have sadness, a lot of men
Mm-hmm.
have depression and anxiety, a lot of men have panic, and they don't know how to cope with it. And so they start snorting cocaine. And so it's learning how to cope with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so many men like need to hear this because it's like male suicide rates are like
Uh,
so high and they're like higher than women's, and male incarceration rates are like so high, and it's like a lot of that stems from dealing with these emotions. And
Correct.
I feel like if they can start doing that, then we can get those numbers down.
Yeah, and it's because we also think it's a feminine thing to deal with emotions. And
Right.
like people call me feminine and I'm just like, you fucking hate your life. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a healthy thing and a manly thing to be able to regulate yourself and be a safe place for people around you. And no one's perfect at it. But if you're trying and you're aware of it, like that's the most masculine thing that you can do is self-regulate and be able to like put something, you know, to the side and deal with it later and like be detailed with yourself and keep promises to yourself and dealing with those emotions because if not you're going to lash out or you're going to make stupid decisions or whatever it might be. And so people, men that make dumb decisions are just men that don't know how to regulate and deal with the emotion at hand. And what they don't realize is that that emotion can also can bring you a life full of prison and you know terrible thoughts. But if you learn to deal with it and realize what it is, which is that little boy in you, it'll bring you a lot of freedom.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a reason like biologically why that is the case. Like women are able to deal with it better.
It's
I don't
got to
know.
be biological, bro. It has to be.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I said, thousands and thousands of years of men just we've been at war and shit.
True.
So
And like
like,
the women are more likely probably like able to like have more time to even think about their emotions.
yeah, dealing with little kids and like the men are off. Like, so I'm saying is like and even into society as of late, like men are working, and I'm not saying women don't, but like they do. But like for years and years and years and years, men have been the providers, and so
Yeah.
like our brains just based off of evolution and based off of like history, we can see, you know, our main goal is to provide. Our main goal is to like be a bring safety to a tribe or to a colony or to a home. But the best way to bring safety is emotionally. The best way to bring safety is to be self-regulated. And that's where we've missed it is that we might be providing safety externally, but we're fucking up people internally, like badly because of our own inadequacy.
Yeah. Oh, and I bet, I mean, I wonder if like, I mean, think about all the stuff you'd have to see back in the day when you're at war, like all the terrible stuff. Like,
Yeah, bro.
you're probably trying to block it out, right? So you're probably trying to like bury it so you don't
Yes.
think about it. It probably takes other emotions with it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like we're talking about like a lifelong and like since the world began, like it's just been this thing that men have dealt with, and women. I'm sure women deal with it too. But I'm
For
not a
sure.
woman to speak on it. But like,
Yeah.
men have dealt with these feelings that I'm talking about, and we're finally at a place to where we can actually like have some reach for other men to hear it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men are brought up in don't fucking show your emotions because it makes you look weak. And the thing is like you don't have, like I said, showing your emotions is not a weak thing, but handling them healthily, like in the correct way, is manly. Like, like being pissed off and like having some self control and not screaming at my wife, you know,
Mm-hmm.
not being a dick. It's easy to be a dick. It's easy. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, being able to realize before that, like, I feel like a dick right now. And like, every little thing is kind of fucking pissing me off. And like, you just, and
Yeah.
learning how to be like, nah, like you're fucking tripping right now, JB. Like, you're
Yeah.
good. Like, and again, finding that safety within yourself so that you can then provide that safety to the women in your life and the little boys in your life and
Exactly.
friends in your life. Yeah. So like, it's just
Yeah.
never been a thing.
And there's a way to do it without being fruity too.
Yeah.
Like you don't have like for the people out there that are worried about that.
Like, I've had some fruity times, like, you know what I mean? Because like I'm trying to figure this shit out. But
Yeah.
as I go into this shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, don't be like a self little sulker little bitch boy. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's not about like playing victim and like acting like I'm so sad. And I mean, but when you're figuring it out, like I'm saying, you're figuring it out and like you're trying to figure out how to process this shit. I'm saying there's a healthy way, like you're saying, to like be a man that's in touch with his emotions, that can handle his shit internally. And it's good to have other men to talk to, you
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have like a bro that gets it, that you can go deep with and be like, dude, like, I feel like ass. And him to
Yeah.
lift you up and say, man, me too. But like, you're dope. Like, you have all of these good traits. Like, you're here for a reason. You got purpose. Like, well, you know what I mean? And so it's like, us as men got to be there for the boys.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when I feel like it's hard sometimes for like men to like, I don't know, specifically in college. Like, how do you even really make new friends unless you're like in a frat or whatever? It's like, I mean, most of my guy friends or whatever, like you, Oliver, we've been friends since we were kids. And then
Right.
other than that, it's like friends I meet through my girlfriend. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I like how you're creating an outlet, for
Yeah.
guys to go to that don't have the other, that don't have the bro.
Yeah, that's so true because like frats are like the only real source of that in
Oh, and and
college.
all the guys in there are just, bro, like they're fake, They're not
Yeah.
real friends.
Yes. No, I get it. I'm still figuring that out. Like, I think you have to become the friend that you're looking for. And so
Yeah.
like, dude, I don't like, again, all my bros that I went to high school with, they're fucking selling insurance or in finance. Like, and they're going out to clubs and, drinking on weekends and like that's
Hmm.
fine. But like, I don't have friends like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's me and my wife and like, thinking about business, thinking about, creation and like what I'm gonna do. And, I hope that there's a time in my life where like I have deep relationships with people other than, luckily I got my little brothers and like they're dope. And like my dad, like, good man. And so, but like as of now, like I don't have friends like that. And so, yeah, becoming that friend so that then you can attract friends. Like, maybe
Yeah.
we'll become friends. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm down.
Put me in a GM.
Um, wait, what?
Put me in a GM, bro. We'll text.
All right, bet, dude, for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like, uh, those friends will come. And so it is a bit of a lonely road up front because like you're doing shit that no one else is doing. And like, you see through the veil. And it's just like
Yeah.
a lot of your friends' lives that you went to college with or high school with, like you can see that it's leading to emptiness.
Yeah.
And so you're choosing to go a different route, which is why like the path is narrow. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people, and so loneliness comes with that. But like that
Hmm.
loneliness is for a reason, and like for y'all to be friends and like have this relationship is very special. You know what I mean? To be able to
Hmm.
Yeah.
like share that, um, depth. There's not a lot of people that you can share that depth with, and so yeah.
Hmm.
So true.
Yeah. Everybody's chilling at the wide gate, man. You know what I mean? Um, I got kind of a.
Yeah, we
It might
can
be kind
go
of.
off the deep stuff now. Yeah.
That's fire, man. Oh, I got another good one.
Yep.
Okay. If Sappy, because that's kind of your word. So if Sappy had like a flavor, what would it taste like?
Uh, Golly, that's a really good question. Maybe like cinnamon apple or something like that.
Oh, dude,
All
that's so
right.
good.
You know what I mean?
Dude, you should come up with a cologne, bro, or like a candle, dude.
Oh, dude, we're there. Like Slappy smells. Yes, we're there. We
You're gonna
will.
make it happen?
Yeah,
Oh, let's
we're.
go, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're going that way. So we're on the same page. But
That's
yeah,
sick, bro.
Slappy sense.
Let's talk about your fits too. Like you always have like the nicest fits on any videos. Like, does your wife pick those out? Do you pick those out, or like is that part of the brand you're starting? Where do you get them? Just tell us something about that.
So it's not from any brand that I've started. I've just like always been really as of late, like as of the last 3 years, I'm just kind of like I want to wear whatever the fuck I want. Like, and so my wife buys a lot of my clothes, but like I style it. Like I'll put it together.
Okay.
And so, I'll be out and I'll see like a cardigan or a sweater. And I'm like,
Yeah.
lit. You know what I mean? Most of the time I just wear a wife beater, like, and some sweats. And like, but when I'm filming, it's like, all right, let's put the cardigan on over it. I love hats. Got a shit ton of hats. But yeah, like I think clothing is just something that I like because it's just another way to like differentiate yourself in
Yeah.
a world full of, you know, all the same clothes and
Yeah.
people looking the same. And so it's a brand move, but it's also something that I like. So yeah.
Yeah,
And
dude. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get more into that stuff for real. I want to buy a cardigan. I feel like that'd be tough.
Yeah, it would. Like look at Zara has a lot of cardigans. ASOS has some dope shit. Uh, what else?
I just don't want to look like an English teacher. You know what I mean?
No, I fucking feel you. Yeah, like you have to learn how to style it right. So like
Yeah.
I uh I don't know, bro. Like sometimes I do look like an English teacher and I'm just like, damn, I look like shit. But you know,
Yeah.
well, I think the hat helps too. Like the hat
Oh, for
can like
sure.
change
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I don't know. I just kind of like thrown a style together and it sticks and like I like it and like for some reason people like it. And so yeah, it definitely matches like how I feel. Like I don't dress nice. Like it's like if I'm going to like some meeting and I got sweats on and I got like a sweater on and I got a hat on.
Yeah.
Um, so
What's Lovesick? Is that your brand? I know you. I see that a lot in your videos.
no, it's a brand. A guy named Colin started it. He started it. He's out of LA. Started it during COVID. They've just sent
Okay.
me some hats as of recent, and I really dig them. So
Yeah.
most I don't have any hats that are mine yet, but I will be. We'll be dropping a hat line. We'll be dropping clothing. Uh, so yeah, but yeah, Love Sick is just a hat that I like.
Yeah. No, they look tough. I'll definitely be keeping my eyes out for your brand as well.
Yeah,
Definitely
Yeah,
bro.
dropping some
I'm
of that.
excited about that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Dude, yeah, that's sick. Dude, we should send him some. We just can't. We just started whipping up some merch ideas like the other
Oh,
day.
send it to me.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
we
we
we'll
definitely
have
will.
to.
I'll rock it.
Yeah, we might have to make a custom one for you. These are just like the sketches, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Let me see. Yeah, send them over to me after this.
Yeah, yeah, we will for sure.
for sure.
Kind of a deep question, but it's kind of like the alarm clock question, but it's like if you only had like 10 minutes left to live and all your followers across all platforms are watching, like what's the last message? The last inspirational message?
Dang, dude.
Damn.
It's a stumper.
It's hard, you know?
I think I think like the root of my messaging is number one, I don't like control. Like I think that like religions or institutions or people like want to control you, want to control us. Um, it's why we have like a bunch of weak people on this planet because like it's comfortable to follow. Um, the biggest message I would have is like, trust yourself and trust your gut, because like your soul is like pulling you to where you're supposed to go, and you're going to do it, and you're going to follow that sound of whatever that soul's voice is in you, and you're going to follow it, and it's going to be fucking scary, and you're going to think you fucked up. uh, Continue to listen to that voice even if it's illogical. um, you have everything that you need within you, like each of you. There's nothing external, there's no one, no thing, um, that can give you the answers that you're looking for other than you. So it takes you out of this like lack mindset of being like, I need, this fucking course to tell me what the fuck to do. No, like you don't. What you need is to tune in to like divine answers that you literally already have. Like you already have them. So you start living from a place of abundance because you realize there's nothing more that I need externally or internally. The only thing that I can do is dig and uncover. It's already all here. So I think that's why we lose our power, is because institutions and religions and people make us feel like we're from living from a place of lack, and we need them to feel good. We need them to be successful. And it's just bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And it's what puts people down a path of living a life full of like urgency and fear and insecurity. And you have to remind yourself daily, I have all the answers I need. And maybe if God dwells in you, if the universe dwells within you, like if God is the vine and you are the branch, that means that you're literally connected to universal answers. Like you you have a lot of power. And control wants to make you think that you don't. And you do. And you might not have evidence of that power yet, but it's because you've never listened to it. It's because you've always listened to control. And so it's a leap of faith to say, okay, well, I do have power. I'm going to start listening to that power. That's what I would say. Trust yourself, trust your gut, like question everything. It's okay to question. Questions are really good. Like, you don't have to follow blindly. Like, be you. And the only way that you can truly be you is to like follow your soul and like listen to yourself. If like you don't have fucking peace in a situation, like change your mind and leave. Like you have the ability and you have the responsibility to be in control, and you don't have to like feel guilty if something in you is telling you something's off. Like change, like make a decision, like bring forth an external action to like fix, you know, something that's going on within you. And so we just have a lot more power than we think. Um, we have magic within us, and we've been trained to think opposite. Healing is not healing, and really living, I wouldn't even call it healing. Living a life of purpose and success and authenticity and like really getting your fill here while we're on this earth is not becoming anything. It's unbecoming what you're not. So you already have everything. Your job is to take away what's not you.
Yeah.
Dang, dude, that's good.
Yeah.
Dude, and you still have a solid 5 minutes left to keep, you could do a Q&A or something
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
there's a 10-minute timer.
Or just play like a song or something.
Yeah, just vibe out.
A Minecraft song to end it.
Yeah.
My Son Venus.
Dude, that's crazy, man. Dang, dude. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
So you've kind of monetized the Sappy brand. I'm guessing you're making money off that and all of the socials and whatnot. If you didn't have the brand, if you didn't have any of this, you were just starting out again, but you didn't want to become that finance bro to make money or go get some boring job, what path would you take? Because there's a lot of people in that position where it's like they feel like they have to take that boring, 9 to 5 path in order to have a decent living. Like, what would you do, or what would you tell them to do?
Well, what I did was I'd never videoed or edited in my life. And March of 2023, literally 2 years ago, I bought a camera and I fucking just told people I was a videographer. And I got a job at a roofing company, like fucking filming motherfuckers on the roof. And then I was also a roofing salesman. And like then, you know, I went to YouTube University and learned how to video and edit. Like you're smart. Like we're smarter than we think. And like
Mm-hmm.
people think you have to like perform at this level. It's just like get started, like evolve, figure out what it is
Yep.
that you want to do. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna like start like a social media marketing company. Well, 2 months in, I'm like, fuck roofing. Like this shit sucks. But it was the only way I was making money. So like you're gonna have to like hustle a little bit. You're gonna have to like figure shit out. And you know, I I had like 3 jobs up until like end of 2023. And so I was like working for this guy, working for this guy, working for this guy. And like at the same time, I'm like giving it back to myself and I'm like honing in on my craft and learning my message. And so it's a time of work and figuring it out. But like when you make the decision to bet on yourself, shit works out. But it doesn't mean it comes with a lack of work. And so to get out of a
Mm-hmm.
9 to 5, you just gotta, you know, obviously have a plan. Like don't fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You're gonna have to like work your ass off a bit to like get yourself out of this place that you're in. Probably
Right.
would be best to do it before like you're
Mm-hmm.
married and have kids. But if I was married, I had to like move in. We moved in with my uh, wife's parents. Like you just have to like take steps to like figure shit out. And because I didn't have any money, so that's the issue is like monetization and money, but it will come if you're following the pool of your soul. And a confidence will be upon you because you know that you're doing the right thing. And then, yeah, the doubts are going to come. But like, yeah, I mean, that's what I did. So I would just tell them, just do it. And like, it's going to be messy and
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be, you know, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Like, go work out and shit. Like, go sit in the sauna, do what you got to do. Like, get your mind right and like go grind for a little bit. And then, like, a door will open and you'll go through it.
Yeah. So do you still edit all your videos, or do you have people working for you?
As of now, like I'm very picky and like I've pretty much like figured out the craft of like editing. So I edit,
Really?
I film, uh, I do all my own shit as of now.
Wow,
But
dude.
I would like to at some point. I have a kid that his name's Ethan, really dope guy. He was like head of social media at Nebraska football, and we met. And so I'm kind of like as of now he's like my bro, but I'm like teaching him, you have to like teach a style and teach him, I need you to make it look like me. So
Right.
we're we're kind of there with him right now. He's doing a great job.
That's cool, dude. Yeah, it doesn't look like you do it all yourself. Like, I'll say that. Like,
It's
it
a lot of
definitely
work.
looks.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a lot
hell
of work
yeah.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
So yeah, I appreciate it.
So, oh, shoot. I had a question. I guess I kind of want to talk about. So, what, with your podcast, I know you said you don't really have a plan. Are you going to have, is it going to be a solo podcast? Or are you going to have guests on there? Do you know?
Both. So
Okay.
one week it'll be guest, one week it'll be solo. And the solo pods, like I'm doing like live call-ins. Like a dude from Georgetown University called me, a kid named Vic. And we had like a 30-minute long conversation about like why he can't find a girl, like so it'll be
Dang.
dope. Yeah. So it'll
That's
That's
be,
really
sick.
cool.
yeah, call-ins and stuff like that. And so conversations like this, um, I think that you guys need to come on. So
Oh,
Oh,
we'll
shoot.
that'd
try
be
to
awesome.
What have you
get
down?
to Dallas. So well, I think that would be fun to have you guys on. So,
Oh, that'd be a blast.
That'd
yeah,
be sick.
Dude, yeah, I can't wait to see what you do.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, we don't want to take too much of your time. We can wrap it up if you guys are down.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good to wrap. And let's do it again. Like, it'd be fun to have you guys on.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man. We really appreciate you joining, man.
Give me your
Like,
number real quick. Take my number real quick.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a chat, I think. All right, sick, dude.
Oh, and wait, I do have a question. What's the hotline on your page?
That's that's for you, the call-ins for
Oh, that's the
uh,
call-ins. Okay.
people
But
leave voicemails, and I'll leave a voicemail, or I'll answer a voicemail, or like they'll leave a voicemail and I'll reach out to them and be like,
oh,
"Yo,
okay, okay.
voicemail, you want to come on the live show?"
That's
Oh,
sick.
that's sick,
So
dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
might
we
have to
almost called
call
it
him.
last night, but we didn't like want to like wake you up or something. Like we didn't know what it was.
no, not connected to my phone or
Dude,
anything.
JB, you ready for the podcast tomorrow? Like at midnight?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
that'd be crazy.
it's crazy. All the bros call it, dude. It's
That's
like eight
awesome.
bros, so I love it.
Yeah, man. That's
Sweet.
awesome. All right, Oliver, if you want to close it out.
Yeah, hit the outro, and then make sure you include socials.
Oh yeah, JB underscore Copeland on Instagram and TikTok, and then JB score underscore Copeland YouTube.
There you go.
We good?
Yeah, am I doing the outro?
Oh, I thought you were doing the outro.
I'll do the outro. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It was JB Copeland. What a guy, dude. Yeah, check out his socials. Check out his new merch. It's gonna be dropping soon, hopefully. Maybe cologne. Put a spray on. Dang, dude, such a great episode, man. Peace out, guys. Love you guys.
See y'all.
One more thing, guys. JB, he's a big shirt guy. He's into shirts and stuff. So I think he would say to go get a shirt, from trueclassictees.com, or check out our new merch that just dropped at thisdudestartedsomething.com. I think that you guys would find something that you like there. So yeah, anyway, all right, bye-bye.